Walk up in this bitch like, yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, bitch, I'm really him, on God. Walking this bitch like, yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, bitch, I'm really him, on God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Rush. It is your boy, Maxx Crosby. I'm here with my brothers, Brogan Roback, Darian Terrell. We are back in business. Damn. What a game. Where do I start? I mean...
How was your holiday? Let's start there.
I have no words. Yeah, I have no words. My holiday was, it was pretty typical. It's typical Thanksgiving, you know me. I'm on my meal prep, doing what I do. Ricky, my guy Ricky, he made it Thanksgiving-ish to my, my diet. So he kept me on point regardless. So everything was smooth. The girls were happy. I know Rach had a big dinner whipped up, and her and Ella, and the girls, Haley, Daniela, they all threw down. So I know they had a good time. So I was living through them. But yeah, everything was a blessing.
They got those Stanleys customized, and Rach was the smart one and got Condor Cartel put on that. That was
shout out Rach. She's a real
shout out there.
Oh yeah, big shout out to Rach for that. She came through clutch. You
also,
already know that.
Shout out to if anybody follows you guys, they probably see some of the story reposts. But for a watch party for the game, what Katie's texting me, she's like, the details. Your guys' picture is on top of lattes.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in my life.
I don't know how they put that together, but it's impressive what these people can do. Yeah,
it wasn't even just you. They had other players' wives, or they were all there. It was
the West Wing is turning into the ultimate party scene right now over at
it is.
It's
Summerlin.
It's living up to expectations early.
Oh,
early.
Yeah. It's the reviews are blowing out the roof. It's incredible.
Just wait till we get our first game of pig or horse in there.
Oh, just wait. Trust me, I can't wait.
Max is already warming up. He's going to already have a feel. He's already going to have a lay of the land ready to go. But that's okay. Home field advantage. We want it that way. Come in your trap and we'll take over your trap type shit. D.
Oh. Yeah, that's a lot of trap
I don't lose on my home turf.
Just like those Wolverines. Just like those Wolverines. Hey, how's the family group chat?
We're going to talk about that.
Look at his face. He's and Rach and her family. I want to know because I know they're hunting you.
No, it's honestly not the same anymore. Like, I grew up as a kid before I went to Eastern. Like, I was the biggest Ohio State homer. I'm still definitely a homer at heart, but I don't watch them like I used to, like religiously. Obviously, it was horribly unfortunate to watch them lose to the bum-ass Wolverines. But I can't believe they even allowed that to happen. It just shows how I can go on about a lot of things, but I'm just going to keep it to myself, and I'm going to stay happy because I'm having a great day.
Are you?
Phenomenal day.
Good.
I don't want to hear the name RD ever again.
Well, are you on the board of
Bring Urban back? Bring Urban back. I'm not watching a game again until Urban Meyer is the head coach of the team.
Wow.
Would you settle for anybody else? Like, if Urban doesn't come out of retirement, is Ryan Day still cool to stay as a Buckeye?
No.
The only other person I can see them getting
him and Chip Kelly.
They should get Nick Saban.
He ain't coming out of retirement.
No, he's living the good life over there on game day.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see
you
guys
coming out of retirement. They need Urban. Sorry, Ryan. You're probably a great guy. You've had a lot of success as a coach, but I'm sorry. I'm Urban all day. He owned Michigan.
Does he have to win out? Do you think, in your opinion, national championship in order to save his ass?
Yeah, if he doesn't win a natty, this is baked chicken.
Barbecued. I'm gonna shoot it to you straight. Like I've told all of the Ohio State fans that are crying that are my friends. Ryan Day is not going anywhere. They're not going to fire him. He's got. He's going to the playoffs.
You don't know. You just want us to suffer.
Suffer. Yeah, you just gotta not blame. You can't blame the head coach because these guys got the ball ran down their throats.
Well, that's a part of it, but they allowed 13 points. Let's talk about the offense. Let's talk about the offense.
Will Howard's cheeks, and I've been saying that. Well,
yeah, Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly is old. He's the revolutionizer. Yeah, my ass.
Yeah, he was at UCLA. That went well. Anyways,
he obviously could have motivated
that clip of when we were talking about Ohio State, Michigan. When we were talking about Ohio State, Michigan, and I said, yeah, it's okay. And I said, it will make my entire life when Ohio State loses to Michigan and ruins their chances of playing in the playoffs. They still are going to make it, but they're not going to the Big Ten championship game.
No. That's wild. I cannot believe they choked. That's unbelievable.
You know what's crazy too?
Hysterical.
For a whole year, everyone was saying Michigan cheated last year. Michigan cheated, and then all of a sudden, now what are they going to do? There's no more asterisks. Obviously, the asterisks need to be removed because it was legit. Like you said, Brady Hoke couldn't beat Ohio State. He was gone. And then who was after that? It couldn't win. Rich Rod couldn't beat Ohio State. He's gone. It's just if you can't beat Michigan State and you can't beat Ohio State as a Michigan coach and vice versa for Ohio State, you're gone. And D, what? What are you seeing?
Yeah. Pick six. But the one thing.
What?
Pick six.
Oh, no.
The Brownies?
Yeah, Emerson just did a little something dirty.
Wow.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I just think that my favorite stat of the whole entire game is Michigan's head coach has been the head coach for full-time for 1 year, and he's 2-0 against Ohio State as a head coach.
Nuts.
As a head coach. I mean, come on.
Puke.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I love it.
I was happy it happened, though. Obviously, leaning towards the Michigan side, but more so happy because it just keeps the rivalry so sweet. I just love it this way. So much more than the other way. Max is so sick. He hasn't celebrated in 4 years.
That's sad.
It wasn't even a celebration when we beat Michigan. My whole childhood, my whole upbringing, I witnessed Ohio State kick the shit out of Michigan, and now it's all of a sudden they don't want to be great because Ryan Day is scared to. Every time he plays them, he wants to get conservative because they don't have a quarterback. So he's just going to sit there and try to play not to lose. That's what happens. You play not to lose, you don't win. I'll just say that. I'll leave it at that, and I'm done with it. I don't want to hear.
And what I didn't really get too was it was like Ohio State matched what Michigan was doing. They wanted to pound the rock. It's like they're running the ball 3 straight plays in a row, and it's like, bro, that is not your identity. That is not your game.
That's not them.
And they have arguably the best receiver in college football. That Michigan, Will Johnson or whatever his name is, the corner, he's hurt, projected first rounder, is not playing. You'd think you would just throw the ball to Gino's cousin the entire time.
At least 3 touches the first drive. Get him hot early. Spread him out. That's right. They can stop the run all day long.
Yeah.
But Ohio State, like we talked about, is not a great team in my opinion. Not biased because they start too slow. They never know how to start fast, and it caught up to them. Probably better now they got this wake-up call for your sake, Wap, that they got the wake-up call against Michigan and not in the college football playoff. Hopefully it lights a fire under their ass.
The wake-up call should have happened the last 4 years losing to them. What the f*** are you talking about wake-up call? They're cooked.
It was a good time to lose, though, because they lost early on. And secondly, none of us could have predicted that Ohio State had Justin Tucker as their kicker. That guy sucks.
I hope they fail. I want them to lose so Day gets fired. Sorry.
Okay. Get your emotions out now.
Bring Urban back. Sorry, Ryan Day. I love you. Good guy. Real good dude. Family man. Bring Urban in. He'll verbally assault you, but he's going to get your guys ready to go win.
He's going to hit you with the deep hook.
Yes, and he'll get you right.
That or a fish hook.
We'll reach around.
What?
Deep hook.
Okay.
B-U-B. I'm getting a T-shirt, a hat made. Bring Urban back.
I'm starting
a movement.
Bub.
I like it.
We'll
talk about it. Oh.
All right, boys, girls. Nothing ruins the mood more than having to wait an hour and a half. Maybe your partner falls asleep, but there's going to be a mood killer there. Not here at Roast Spark. Roast Spark, you throw it underneath the tongue, hits the bloodstream about 15 minutes, give or take, and then you're going to be right in there, rocked, ready to roll, and have a great performance. So everyone's going to be on the best end of the stick. Roast Spark has the same active ingredients that's in Cialis and Viagra. All right, guys, so head on over to ro.co/therush to connect with any provider. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off Sparks on reoccurring plan. It's time to rise to the occasion. That's ro.co/The Rush. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off Sparks on a reoccurring plan. So get on in there, boys and girls.
We got you all worked up, but we got to talk about the Black Friday game. So we're gonna touch on it real quick. We're gonna give him a quick round of applause, though. Our boy's back on the board. He got his big sack.
I love his big sack.
We'll get into that little segment here in a bit. Yes, you do, Brogan. But talk to us. I know it was a lot going on in the game. It was a good game to watch, and I'm glad it was the only one. But what are your thoughts on the game after being able to decompress?
Shit, bro. Honestly, the way I look at it, like, obviously, I mean, there's really no words to describe how we let that game get away. But I could just, speak from the defense's perspective, like what the amount of fight and the amount of confidence our guys had going into that game, like, that's what it's all about. Like, no matter what, like, the whole outside world is telling us, go tank, do this, quit, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, our guys show up and ready to play. And that's not just defense. I'm talking about everybody. You know what I mean? Aiden's comes in, steps up, and has the best game of his career. Like Trey Tucker, 58-yard touchdown. Brock Bowers, again, killing it. Mm-hmm. Jacoby balling out. Like, dudes are stepping up left and right. Defensively, like, we rushed our ass off. You know what I mean? We got after them all game. We did what we needed to do. We held them. They were 1 for 5 in the red zone, which is unheard of against the Chiefs. The Chiefs have been the number one red zone team for years. It's like we did everything in our part, not in our part, but like we did damn near everything to beat them and combat what they did. And we executed, played our ass off, and it's just horribly unfortunate that we couldn't get the win, especially on the road. Like, that would have been back-to-back in KC, and we were right there. Yeah. It should have, we had it right in our hands. So it's truly, I really have no words. I can't even say, how I truly feel. It's like I'm numb at this point. But like I said, bro, control the controllables. I'm going to keep showing up and keep dominating every week and get better every single day. And that's all I can do. And I know our guys are getting better. I know our D-line is a front. Like, we're stopping the run at the best rate that we had all year. We're creeping into the top 10 defensive, rankings. Like, we're getting better and better, and we have a ton of injuries. You can make a million excuses, but that's not who we are. And we have guys showing up working every day. So big testament to everybody in that locker room. I can't really say anymore.
Yeah. I mean, the Chiefs kind of lucked out once again this season alone. And honestly, it kind of ties me back to my childhood when Ohio State would just luck out and win every game. But that's neither here or there. The most important thing is the boys had 5 sacks as a unit this weekend, which I'm not mistaken, I think that's the tied for the most amount of times Mahomes has been sacked this year. So it just looks like the boys have been making a big impact as of late. Can you just speak to the defensive line? And like you said, there's a lot of different bodies shuffling in and out. Why do you guys think you're so successful as of late?
It's the camaraderie we have. Like, our D-line group is like, I've talked about it before, but like, we're really a brotherhood. Like, we ride for each other. We do everything together. We have dinners every week. We have new guys, Chason just came in, this year, off of P Squad and comes in. He's, one of our starting ends. Tyree, coming into his own in his second year. Adam Butler taking a much bigger role, filling in and doing what he needs to do. And, Christian's out, Malcolm's out. Everyone, has counted this front out. And, obviously when you're losing, you don't get as much love, as a group, you know what I mean? It just kind of gets swept under the rug. But like, people feel us on film. You turn the film on, you see our guys flying, from sideline to sideline. And that's what we've been doing as of recent. So it's been awesome to see. And like, I love being around the guys. We have so many dudes that have stepped up in major ways. Charles Snowden, another one. Yes. I can go on and on. But yeah, bro, our group is getting after it, and we, all game. Like, they wanted, early on versus, we know how it is, how it's going to be. Like, they're going to give me a lot of attention. They're going to slide. They're going to double. They're going to triple, chip, all that shit. Yeah, a few times, to say the least. But that's what comes with it. So it gives guys more opportunities. And as a front, if guys are winning more one-on-ones, then it just opens up everything. So it's just like, that's what it was. We pinned our ears back. We're rushing. We stopped the run early, and we just started hunting. And we were getting after his ass for sure.
You got to give a quick shout out to the Amazon film crew, because they did a great job showing and highlighting that triple teams and just giving people a glimpse. If the average football player is not watching, or the football viewer isn't watching line play, or they really don't understand it and they don't know what the offense is doing to scheme. But them showing you getting triple teamed and fighting through all three of those
literally
guys
blasting through
in the backfield.
Pause.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was. Yeah, that was a pause. But it was cool to see. So shout out to those guys. But hell of an effort all game. High boater, running around, chasing down Mahomes. Doesn't matter what they threw at you. You were on one. So
Max, do you feel like? Do you
I really
feel like?
should have had a few more too. I missed a couple.
Yeah. Do you feel like with every team double, triple teams you? We talk about it literally every week. But do you feel like with Mahomes and his style of play, it almost gives you more opportunity to be able to still get a sack off, even though you're getting double, triple team, just the way he holds onto the ball and looks for things last minute, moves around the pocket, in and out of the pocket? Like, is there even sometimes an advantage to the way he plays? And hence why you're more than anyone in the world?
Yeah, he's literally, he's going to try to make every play. Like, that's the thing about him. Like, he's really not going to throw the ball away much. He's one of those guys that he's out there street balling, like at the highest level. He's incredible. Like, some of the throws he made were ridiculous on Sunday or on Friday. And I got to give him credit to that. But yeah, like when you're playing Mahomes, like, you're going to have some opportunities. He's holding that motherfucker sometimes. So you got to just keep rushing and keep hunting, because he's going to give you some opportunities. You just got to win your rushes. And, we did that a lot.
Yes. And then D, you saw Farva? We mentioned Farva bringing back the stash. Dude, did he low-key outperform Mahomes out there?
He was Dyson.
Statistically, he did.
He was Dyson. He was.
Statistically, he did.
What? I think that another thing that the average football viewer might not understand, what happened on that last play? People are blaming the center. People are, they have every single reasoning in the world. But from your perspective, from film, what give us a breakdown of what happened there.
I'm going to just leave it at this. Like, there was obviously miscommunication. Not everybody was on the same page. And, you got young guys, you got, coaches, everyone's trying to make it right, and do the right thing. And it just, I have no words, you really can't, I can't sit here. There's no blame. We're not going to blame this person. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, like, we didn't execute, and whatever happened. It's unacceptable. But yeah, that's the difference in this league. Like, every game, look at every game this weekend. Mm-hmm. Every one of them was a one possession game, basically. Yeah. Like, literally. So yeah, in this game, the only way to win is you got to stop from beating yourself first. So that's what we got to figure out.
Yeah. That's a good answer. If you watch The Rush, we're big fans of college football. And if you didn't know, this weekend is conference championship football games. What's that mean for us, Brogan?
Well, the best part is, D, I know a lot of people are already booking it and ready to go well in advance. And mistakes on them, because now Penn State has bumped into the Big Ten championship. So you Nittany Lion fans back home, don't panic. Game Time is here.
All right, Nittany Lions fans, thank the Ohio State Buckeyes for these great deals on Game Time. I found a fantastic, great deal at Game Time. You're sitting on the 100 level, row 9, for a whopping $205, 9 rows off the field. You'll be able to smell it. You'll be able to hear the shit talking. And thank God it's not a home game, so there's no flag planting. But if there was, you'd be able to see it right there, front and center.
The seat views give you a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you even buy, D, which I know that's exactly what you're mentioning. And the best part is, all-in pricing. Toggling this feature shows total up front with no surprise fees at checkout, which we all don't love any surprise or hidden fees, and you will not get that here at Game Time.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code THERUSH for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem the code THERUSH for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time, D. We're going to go to college football. I know that We already started off hot. We couldn't not talk about the Ohio State Buckeyes choking and losing to Michigan for the 4th time in a row. But we're going to go ahead and get into the other kind of games that we had saw across the league. South Carolina playing Clemson.
I called
South Carolina, baby.
We called the Gamecocks. D, you did say Gamecock quite a bit last weekend too, if I can remember on this show.
You know that's one thing that's going to stick out to you. Those Gamecocks, they came to play. That quarterback dog.
Lenore Sellers. I like him.
Good to see Clemson and Dabo go down. So,
what do we think about the planting of the flags? Do the boys love it? Because I love it. And I hope to God they don't ban that or make that not a thing.
Well, Michigan, Ohio State set it off, and then all of a sudden it was just the Wild West the whole afternoon. Everyone was doing it.
Everybody's so
appalled.
Fighting. They were appalled by it. They're like, you had 60 minutes to fight, and now you want to fight now? And let's just get the record straight. There's a difference between, playing the game and busting your ass and then blatantly getting disrespected on your home field. It's like a UFC fight finishing. And at the decision, they raise a hand and the winner turns and spits in the dude's face. He's obviously going to fight. You just disrespected him, right?
100%.
You can't plant a flag on someone else's. We're at Eastern Michigan. What happens if Central plants a flag on our 50?
What? There's going to be body bags.
They're going to need more than some pepper spray. They're going to need the paddy wagon to start dragging.
That's what I'm saying.
people.
They're going to need the rubber bullet prison riot guns to set my big ass down. Is this going to be
rubber pellets from the top?
Darian's going to be eating somebody alive.
I mean, it's so I get it. I get it. I'm not condemning any of those guys. Like, if you don't want this reaction, don't plant the flag.
I got it better. If you don't want this reaction, don't lose.
That's fair. That's fair. But you can lose.
If I beat you in your house, you better be ready for dessert, because what dessert is this mouth, no pause. I'm going to be rounding my mouth and letting you know it is over with for you for the next 365, D. Yes.
4. He did. I mean, that might be the worst one. I don't even have a.
That was egregious.
Well, D, you know it, and I know it. We all know it. You better, if you want to do something about it, you have the opportunity to do it. And I like it in college, like Baker said last night at the podium, and of course he loves it. But he said college needs rivalries, and he's right. They do, especially with the way things are now and the 12-team playoff. Like, the game needs to continue to have rivalries, and this is just a weird way of doing so. Now, can these 20-year-olds control themselves? Probably not, but I'm here for it. I'm here for the whole fucking thing.
Hell no. Let's imagine, like you said, Darian, like if we lose to Central or lose to Western and they're coming on our field, like trying to plant a flag in the E, like it will literally be a riot. Like, it would be a riot. Shit would be burning down.
We fought for so much less. So much less.
Way less.
So I'm with it. I'm not mad at either team. If it's a rivalry game, yeah, you want to talk shit, but I'm not for condemning the guys that lost for fighting. I'm not for that.
Can I ask a serious question then and get off the flag? Is Dabo really worth being paid the second highest coach in college football? After what's been going on the last few years? Let's talk about it.
No.
He needs to get his NIL back. He's kind of on, like, supposedly doesn't want to pay players, like these other schools and whatever. Well, good luck.
Shocker.
Good luck.
You can't be a cornball and not pay your players.
Yeah, or worse yet, D, you can have the highest, you can have the best roster money could buy, Buckeyes, and lose. I mean, you just have to know what to do with it.
Yeah, because you need a coach with a pair of nuts. That's what you need. That's what you need.
Dabo doesn't have that. I'm not lying.
I'm not talking about Dabo. I'm talking about you know who.
Yeah, I know, but I am as well. I'm trying to save face here. The moment that I went south for me with Dabo was when I see him running down in the entrance. I pray so every time. Fall.
Just bust ass. Nose first.
It just starts rolling.
It's actually impressive, though, that the hammies are still pulling together for him down the hill like that. But
no, he can move. Honestly, it's impressive. And he's wearing khakis running 100 miles an hour down a hill. It's honestly dangerous.
It's momentum and bird dogs or some flex type of things. They're not fooling us.
Bird dogs.
But shout out our boy Kalen. He got it done. He got it done against Auburn. Yes, he did. But it's good to get the first one under his belt.
You know
So
why?
shout out to
Jalen
Boyd,
Milroe ran the
28-14.
ball 100 yards and 3 tutties just on the floor. Back to what you guys were saying last week. Get him to run the ball, do what he does well. Let's not turn him into a pocket passer.
Yeah, let him be free. And the last but not least, Texas A&M.
Belt to ass.
That one was they had a chance at the end to get 17-14, but yeah, Texas is who's your act right now, non-biased, because Ohio State's got a tough battle. They're probably going to play Tennessee at home, and that would be a shame if they lost to an SEC team. Anyways, first round of the playoffs at home. But anyways, who's your national champion right now? Who's winning it?
And this is so funny. After all this, Brogan was literally saying, Ohio State looks like they're going to win the whole thing.
They still can't.
Goofy. Pull that clip up.
Dead ass. Ohio State still can.
You. Good job, Miami. Is Miami going to make the playoff now? What's going on?
Look at me spiraling, going through his Rolodex of just our teams.
Yeah. Let's look.
I know. I'm going to start just point out. How's BYU? Or what was your team? Army?
your
I haven't heard about them in a few weeks.
That was your team. They're playing in the conference championship. Let me look. Let's see. Let's get a. You tell me your top pick, and I'm going to tell you this bracket right now.
Ohio State. My team's Texas. I'm a big Sark guy. That's my dude. Big Sarkeesian dude.
He forgets. BYU, Texas, Ohio State.
Cougies. Come on.
Oogie.
And Sarkeesian was the only one to be able to control his team and not let him play on a flag, by the way. So they would go all the way.
Come on.
The
He's a
U's
grown
got
man.
a bye.
Texas all the way.
The U's looking like they're getting a bye. They're going to play the winner of Penn State, Indiana.
All right, this is actually a good moment for you two.
Indiana's dangerous.
Yeah, it could be dangerous.
They're going to beat Penn State.
Oh, hot take.
Hot take. Indiana wins the Big Ten.
Also,
yes.
Oh, book it. All right.
Bougie.
All right.
Wow.
Send it in.
All right.
Yes,
you
Penn
think
State is fraudulent.
So Oregon, you think Oregon's won the Big Ten championship?
No, it's
Who's the Big Ten championship?
Oregon, Penn State.
Playing? Oh, I thought Indiana was in. No, Indiana's playing.
They're playing in the playoff right now. They're 6-11. Penn State versus Indiana.
Ooh. Okay, good. Yeah, they're going to beat Penn State. Oregon's going to win the Big Ten. No question.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Penn State's weirdly more favored by the bettors right now over Oregon in the Big Ten championship. So that's going to be a game to look out for. I agree. Oregon's going to roll.
Be interesting. All right, so here's what we have in the playoffs right now. You got Georgia playing Tennessee, Ohio State playing Arizona State, Notre Dame playing SMU, and Penn State playing Indiana. First round bye is Oregon, Boise, Texas, and Miami. So out of that group, who is your national champion?
I think it's going to shake up after this week, to be honest, right? With all these conference championships, or is it for sure set in stone? I'm going to roll with the Bulldogs, dude. Seriously, I'm rolling with the Georgia Bulldogs again. We're going to just see.
Dude, you said that dude sucks.
He does, but they'd win.
You're a momentum guy.
At least
they
I know where the momentum's at.
In 8 overtimes.
Texas.
Darian, but they didn't. That's all that matters.
Yeah. They only beat the Yellow Jackets.
They were down 27-10 with 8 minutes left in the game, and they dug deep like the Bulldogs do, and they won. And now you two get to redeem yourselves. Actually, Texas, Georgia again this weekend. We knew what side of the barrel you guys fell on last time. Who do we like in the SEC championship? Redeem yourselves. Redeem yourselves.
Texas.
All right,
if Georgia loses, they're out, right? They're not making the shit.
No, they're out.
Yeah, they're cooked. Yeah. Georgia's going to lose, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, Texas just has a complete team. I think Texas would be my favorite to win.
Texas is a very good team. It's going to be interesting to see.
They're my favorite to win.
I just don't trust Quinn.
But then you had Archibald in there running for a touchdown, getting all swaggy on him.
I fuck with Arch. I told you I'm a big Arch guy. I'm going for a pause. But we're going with we're definitely an Arch Manning fan. We're rocking with Arch.
All right. So Texas 12. Who's yours? Georgia?
Yeah.
So national.
He just goes against the grain. He doesn't even know what he wants.
But he has 11 other teams, 10 other teams to pick from. But he chooses
It's an identity
Georgia.
crisis.
All right, hot takes. Texas national champions, and Brogan's on Georgia.
Boise State, Ashton Genty taking them all the way. Big shout out to Sachs. He's our third Sachs game changer. So shout out to Ashton Genty. He's part of the game.
Let's
Give me a
go.
round of applause. We're going Boise all the way. I want the underdogs. Texas, all the good teams. Go. I'm going bottom. I want
You're so against the
Indiana.
grain.
I want Boise. I am. I want all the underdogs. I don't care.
We
But
know.
like, if you stop the run against Boise State and they're playing Texas, come on, Wop.
We're going to see. That's why they played the game, and this is why they made 12 teams. And this is exactly why we're all going to be tuning in for the Cinderella story. I want one. I want
100%.
one Cinderella story.
I would love it.
Just like my Clippers. Look what the Clippers are doing. They just took down the Nuggets again last night. Harden, 39, 11, and 9. You guys slept on him. Don't want to bet him anymore. Okay, cool. Watch what he does. Don't f***ing doubt my guy. All right?
I can focus on one sport at a time.
Sorry. I got sidetracked.
Quick one. Conference championships. Here's who we got. And it's going to be quick off the cuff. Tell me who's winning. I'll tell you who's favored as well. You got UNLV and Boise. Boise's favored 4 points.
Boise.
Nah.
Oh, my God.
He can't go against UNLV.
I don't know.
Here we go.
I know. I got to root with the Rebels.
Yep,
All
you
right.
do.
Boise, I'm going with the Rebels.
All right, there it is.
Sorry.
Tulane minus 5.5 against Army.
Tulane. I've been running Tulane for seasons, and you know this, Darian, but I do love Army this year.
You said Army's your team.
He did say
See how you said
Army's
Boise
his
a minute
team, but
ago?
Brogan
Your
has
team?
bet Tulane.
Thank you.
Well, Max has 12. I'm the only one that stayed constant.
I can't say. What am I supposed to do? I can't root against my hometown, Las Vegas, running Rebels.
They do have a good storyline, too. Didn't pay
Yeah,
their quarterback. He left. Backup comes in. Still takes him to a conference championship.
Yeah,
That's
Ashton's
grit.
my guy. I got to go with Genty. He's my dude. But UNLV is as a whole, I got.
All right. So Tulane,
I'm a mess.
Army. Who's on who?
Army.
Tulane D.
Golden.
I'm gonna go
what are they?
Tulane.
Golden. What?
Knights.
Golden Knights. Yeah.
Yeah, the Golden Showers.
All right. Iowa State and Arizona State. Arizona State's favored 2 points.
Who's Arizona State playing?
Iowa State.
Ooh.
I'm on
I got
Arizona
Iowa
State.
Give me the
Arizona State.
Cyclones. Yep. That's a
I'm
sweet.
on Arizona
Cyclone.
State.
Yes.
God, this is a problem. I'm on all the favorites right now. Georgia playing Texas. Texas is favored 2.5 points.
We know.
You already know my answer. Sarkeesian.
Hook 'em. Penn State oh my God. This is a little ratty. This is a little ratty of a line, Brogan. Penn State and Oregon, 3.5 point favorite. Playing against Penn State. High-powered, high-octane offense of Oregon, and they're only favored 3.5 points against Penn State.
You know why? Because
They're
they're
gonna
right there
punch
in the
him right in the
Midwest,
face.
bro. They're right at Indianapolis. It's going to be a Penn State home game. And Oregon's
Hammer.
going to do this right
Hammer
now.
Oregon. Starts. What are they doing? Is his hand open or closed?
It's open for
It's
respectful reasons.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Oregon on this.
Yeah, same.
Last but not least, Clemson and SMU. SMU's favored 2.5 points.
SMU all day.
Yeah.
Go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs.
Pony Express, bring them out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Pony Express. Yeah, sorry.
All right, lock them in. I'm gonna do a nice 6-team favorites parlay, and it's probably not gonna hit. But
Let's construct the greatest parlay of all time. It's on the route.
Boise State money. They call me the money line king, so don't worry about all these spreads. Boise State, Tulane, Arizona State, Texas, Oregon's the only spread we're gonna take. We might buy them up, and then SMU money line. That's what
I
we're
like
taking.
that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
yeah, we're in. Grainy, Brogan. It is wintertime, and you know what that means. The boys are back in the gym, getting right, getting that strength back. But the one thing that jumps out to me that's a little bit different this year than in the past, I got Mando with me in my locker room at Shady. Mando blocks odors for 72 hours with that deodorant stick. Have you checked it out?
I've checked it out, D, but you know how I am. I get a little weird putting things on my body. So my baby right here, the spray can, the Mando whole body deodorant. I know what you're thinking. It's not just for your pits, D. It's for your packages. It's for your feet. And I do a little bit of both. Sometimes I need those, the feet to be rubbed out, get a little massage when I come home. Worst complaint is I'm not touching those smelly feet. So what do? I already pregame. I'm proactive in my approach. I go right on the toes, big boy, and I get my feet rubbed, and they smell perfectly clean.
Mando starter pack is perfect for a new customer. Comes with a solid stick deodorant, like I was just talking about, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash or deodorant wipes. We're fans of both of those. And free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off the starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code THERUSH at shopmando.com. SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando.
Mando!
Next on our hot list here, we had a crazy spread of football from Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and right now we got football on a Monday Night Football. But what are your thoughts, both of you? We got a quarterback in the room, Brogan, and we got Max, who's just an NFL connoisseur. What are your thoughts on the Bears game ending? They had 27 seconds left. One timeout on the clock. Time expired.
Criminal.
That is a great word.
Everything you can't do, they did. So I don't know what happened. What was the operation that you just can't do? I mean, there's only what they did is the only thing you can't do.
Yes.
And they found a way.
They've had some rough endings here the last couple of weeks. Obviously, the Packers game, and then they're in there trying to run another play, do what they need to do. They only had 2 first downs in the first half, so they played so well in the second half, come back, and then they go do that. Yeah, I think the Bears made the right decision on Friday morning on what they needed to do in the future of their program.
Eberflus.
Eberflus. Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
Next one. I do love a comeback story. Aaron Jones, 2 fumbles. Dude is consistent as they come. 2 fumbles, was having a rough game, and then he comes back to score with about a minute and some change left to take the lead. Did you see the clip of the coach just hugging him afterwards, saying, like, I still believe in you. You're a dog. I'm paraphrasing, but I love to see that. They held on by a point, 23-22. They beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals lost that game.
Yeah. No, like I said, O'Connell, great coach. They got a lot of great players over there. Aaron Jones is a dog. With Aaron Jones. He's obviously he's gotten, some Pro Bowls in his respect to a degree, but I feel like he doesn't get the amount of respect. Like, I feel like guys like him and Joe Mixon are so good and don't get talked about enough. So Aaron Jones, big shout out to you, brother. You're an absolute dog.
Yeah.
One of the best in the game.
Out of the Chiefs, Lions, Bills, you could add the Eagles. Who is your Super Bowl favorite right now?
Wow. I had to do a thing today on my Let's Go podcast. Shout out to Jim Gray and Peter King and the boys. But we were asked, my second favorite podcast, 1B. No, I'm just joking. I love you guys. But anyway, they asked me who are my top 5. And I had to sit there. I'm like, wow, I haven't really, broken it down like that. But if you guys want to hear, I'll give you my top 5 right now.
Yeah, please.
Because I'm going to start with this. Chiefs, until someone does something about it, you got to put Chiefs number 1. Unfortunately, as hard as it is for me to say that and admit it. Chiefs number 1, I'm going to put the Bills at number 2 because the Bills look really fucking good right now.
Yeah. Complete.
Philly at 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put Philly at 3. It's hard. Yeah, you could interchange any of these. Detroit, obviously. Put Detroit at 4, and I'm going to put Green Bay at 5.
Wow.
Green Bay. The Packies.
Yes. The Packies. They're balling.
Wow.
Josh Jacobs, shout out to him.
They're young.
Rock.
They're young. They're hungry. They got the quarterback. They got the defense. They got the team. Yes, defense is slapped on, and they got the coach. LaFleur is a G. I mean, LaFleur is a great coach. So,
so no Ravens at 5.
No.
Oh, and you can say that. You beat them this year. So you can say that, and that's fair.
I'm not hating on the Ravens. I just think those are the best 5 teams.
I like that list.
I don't disagree. I think that, Darian, who do you say? You say those are your 5 too, pretty much?
I don't think I can dive into a whole list of 5 because I think it's going to be regurgitated.
Yeah. But who's number 1 right now? Just give me number 1. That's all I want. Who's leading that pack?
I'm going to take a different approach to this. I think the Bills are. I think the Bills are. I think the Bills have the team to be able to get over the hump. And I think that the Chiefs, these close wins are really going to catch up to them early. Yeah. That's
and you know what's crazy?
The man in the suit.
Josh Allen was supposed to take a step back this year with Stephon being gone and not having the same weapons. He was supposed to take a step back. This MVP right now, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, D. I think Bills, as of lately, and I think they kind of got hosed with the Chiefs game, which always happens every year, it feels like, that's why I say the Chiefs lucked out once again. But I don't disagree. I think the Lions are almost too banged up. They went on such a great run for a long time. Now they're banged up. We're going to see how it finishes out. But sometimes you keep running out of those guys, man. It's like you can't fill those voids. Max, with all the injuries and shit.
I know, it's tough. It's tough. I was going to say, like, that's the only thing, because Detroit, if you're talking about the most impressive team this year, like the most dominant, it has to be Detroit. Yeah. There's not even a question about it. But like you said, like their whole defense is really banged up.
Yes.
And when it really comes down to it, we'll see what happens. It's nothing against them. Like the shit happens, but like their linebacker just tore his ACL. Like their whole team is really hurt.
I saw a graphic today, and it showed their depth chart kind of, and they're 4 deep, and it just showed a red line through everybody that's out. And I mean, some position groups have been absolutely decimated to 4 deep.
Yeah,
is out. So it's a long season. It's even a longer road to the Super Bowl. So longevity is a big component to that.
Plus, I want to see one more thing to add to Detroit. I don't know how well they do against a mobile quarterback. So we're going to see, like when Josh comes or when they play the Bills here in the next coming weeks, we're going to see what the Lions are about. That's why I think the Ravens, Lamar gives them a hard time. And I think possibly the Eagles could give the Lions a hard time. But we're going to find out. That's why they play the games.
Now we get into the fun part of the show. We get to talk about our dog of the day.
Big dog of the day. All right, let me hit him with it.
Hit him.
Dog of the day.
Mm-hmm. Give me a puppy, I'm a big dog.
That's all that needs to be said. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to keep it going. Anyway, dog of the day. I think this one, I mean, there's a lot of dudes that balled out. I mean, there's a lot of dudes that stepped up. But I got to give it to our guy, the stash, the one and only Farba. 340 yards passing, I believe 2 touchdowns. He did his thing. He was slinging the ball all over the place. This is his first game back in weeks since I think it was the Rams game. Mm-hmm. So he's been working. I've been seeing him in the facility. He's had a positive mindset this whole time. And the fact that he goes into Arrowhead and almost delivered another win, it's crazy. You know what I mean? He balled the fuck out, and he was a little bit mobile. He was moving around a little bit more, which I like to see, which was, great to see. And, he balled out, and he made the big plays that mattered. And I'm happy for him, bro. I'm happy for him. I know he needed that mentally, more than anything, to get back in the swing of things, to go out there and perform the way he did was special. So our dog of the day goes to our boy, Farba. Big shout out to you, Aiden.
Let's go, Aiden. AOC.
AOC.
Nicest guy in the NFL.
Great guy.
Great man. Great man.
Guy. So we're going to go into our dog of the day. And, I'm biased always. So I would always group our friend Wop in there. But we're going to get into the next segment. That's our Big Sack, sponsored by Sacks.
Big Sack.
Show me your Big Sack. Come on. All right, so for our Big Sack segment, sponsored by our friends over there at Sacks, with the best underwear in the game, with the nice pocket, good breathability, flexibility. What a product they have. We're going to talk to our friend here, Maxx Crosby, about the big old sack that he dropped there in Kansas City. Talk to us. So I'll set the scene, right? Everybody close your eyes. It's 3rd and goal, unless you're driving. 3rd and goal. 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. The Raiders are up 17-16. And then the ball snapped. Max does a cross-face swim, which is ballsy when a full line slide, knowing a guard will be there. Doesn't care. Wop, take over. Talk to us about what happened on that big sack.
Yeah, like you said, it's a big moment in the game. You know what I mean? We got to get a stop. We got to get him off the field, hold him to 3. I've been setting it up, during the game. I had a nice spin move early where I should have had another sack. And low-key got a little shook by our boy Mahomes. He was running backwards and kind of I lost my footing a little bit. But I've been setting it up. I've been winning on the edge a little bit, been winning with some power. And then I just saw an opportunity when it came to that inside move. And I knew on that play, I told AB, cover me. And I'm going, you know what I mean? And in that moment, I needed to get home. I needed to win. And that's what I did. So, he's me and Juwan, like we have some wars, you know what I mean? I respect him. He's a crafty veteran. He plays the game. Like he inches the line of like cross. Okay. He's going to get out just a little bit early and he's going to push. He's going to be lined up a little bit deep. So he makes it hard and he's got good feet and he's strong. And every time we see each other, it's a war. So I knew what time it was. So for me, in that moment, like I get paid the way I get paid for those type of moments. On the road, biggest game of the year up to this point, KC, go get home. And, on the other side, our boy Chason, he won his rush. Boom. Gets a swiper on the edge. They leave him on an island, and he was cooking all day versus 64. And so KC – low-key got there first, and he missed the sack. And I had won my rush. I, literally split the guard and tackle, and I'm, getting held in midair, and I'm just swimming my way through. And I finished him off. And I got that play, that shit was so needed. And I felt like, you know what I mean? It's been a few weeks, and we talked about it. I've been rushing my ass off, and I've been, getting better every week. And it's once you break through, it's yes, it's like an outer body experience. So yeah, it happened at the right moment. I remember on the sideline, I was telling the guys, I'm telling you, it's coming. I'm there. I'm there.
You could feel it was coming, bro. You could feel it was in the air.
Yeah, 100%. So it was a huge moment. And yeah, I was fired up to say the least.
Hell yeah.
I was happy as hell for you.
I thought they weren't going to give him the sack for a while there. I was going to have to protest, I thought.
I know.
My fingers were firing.
They almost played with me.
But they didn't.
Yeah, they know.
Thank God.
Amen. They had to get it right.
They even had an appeal coming before, and they could even blank. Hell of a job. That's our Big Sack segment, sponsored by Sax Underwear. If you don't have a pair, get a pair. Christmas is around the corner, and as a man, I'm going to tell you, that's on my Christmas list.
Yeah, it is.
Get your significant other, your dad, your brother, your uncle, your cousin, your friends. Get a pair of Sacks.
And then also have them subscribe to the pod. All in one.
Like, subscribe, Sacks.
It takes balls to sack a quarterback. It takes Sax Underwear to support your balls. I've teamed up with Sax as their newest ambassador to bring you game-changing underwear. Sax Underwear is versatile and comfortable. I wear it to train, hang out, and even sleep. They've got a pair for everything, and it allows me to be limitless every day. Use my code, TheRush24, for 15% off at Sax.com. Sax Underwear with the ballpark pouch changes the game, period.
Week ahead, next week in Tampa Bay. They just came off of a long game, overtime game, tough game out there in Charlotte. So, what's expectations like going into Tampa Bay, and how are we feeling? How is the body? We're late in the season. Started off a little bit injured with some ankle sprains, etc. How's the body feeling going into this game as well?
I'm feeling incredible. We played 2 games in 5 days, so. I woke up Saturday morning. I couldn't even move. I'm not going to lie. I had new found injuries that I didn't even know I had. My body, my wrist was all fucked up. My whole body was hurting. I'm not going to lie. But last 3 days have been nonstop rehab, workout, recovery, rehab, workout, recovery. And I feel incredible. You know what I mean? I've been battling a lot during the season. Obviously the high ankle sprain, battling a lot of things. You know what I mean? On and off the field, just been a lot in general, with this, how the season's gone. And it's been just constant adversity. And like we talked about a couple weeks ago, I just let go. You know what I mean? Mentally, if your mind is right, you're going to give yourself a chance. If you have constant good energy and positive energy, good shit's going to come your way. And that's just what my mindset's been, after that Miami game. And I feel incredible. You know, I'm ready. I'm excited. It's taking it one day at a time, literally just stacking days, and been 3 incredible days so far ever since KC game ended. So, yeah, fired up. First time ever playing in Tampa. I'm fired up about that. I've never played in Tampa Bay, one of the only stadiums I haven't played in. So I'm fired up. I'm excited. I know it's a different type of experience out there. I heard it's awesome, and obviously Tampa Bay is one of the most beautiful places, you know, to go in the country. So I'm definitely fired up.
The pirate ship, baby. Yeah, we need
the big pirate ship. Johnny Gruden. I'm sure John Gruden will be in attendance. I wouldn't be surprised.
Are you going to have him feeling nicey?
Feeling real nicey.
What do you think about him being a barstool?
That is an unbelievable hire by Dave Portnoy. Or addition.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a boss move. That dude is a legend. And hopefully I get to see him Saturday.
Speaking of boss moves, Max, let's give you some kudos. I seen that you and Jumpman blessed the whole training staff with some J's. Is this an early Christmas gift? Just a little thank you, a little thankful. You were feeling extra giving on the holidays? I know you are. Santa Claus, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I got a big shout out to Cliff and the whole team over there at Jordan. But we got everybody in the building from business and all those, everybody in the front office, everybody Jay. So
let's go.
Today, I got to talk to all the people upstairs, the second and third floors, and bless them with some fresh Jordan. So they were all fired up and excited about it, and that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Like, it's such an honor to be a part of that brand, and you guys know how I feel about MJ. Like, that's literally the GOAT of all GOATs, in my opinion, and everything he represents and stands for, that's what I live by. And for me to be able to bless all the guys, all the people in the building, that's what it's all about. So yeah, big shout out to Team Jordan. It's Jordan brand or nothing.
That's right.
We don't rock with the other shit. We're rocking Jordans, period, point blank. And big shout out to the Jordan brand. I can say it over and over, but they're the best.
Let's give a little love for the Jordan.
That's nice of you. That's good. That's
very
awesome.
Nice for the Maxi book.
Yeah, they got a great product. Anytime I need to go shopping, there's one stop, Max's Closet.
Yeah, that's
exactly. Every time. Hey, DT, Darian, what are you wearing right now? He's like, found these. I go, you did? He's, yeah.
The worst part is half my guys don't even know. He hasn't even seen them yet.
I know, that's the part.
I'll get a text. Rich was like, they sent 20 more pair. I need you to take some.
I know it's bullshit. She didn't even tell me. She's sneaking away my J's, and you're taking my shit.
Well, it pisses me off. I'm not the shoe size now.
Well, you got little boy feet.
He has a long finger toes.
It's called being an athlete.
Wear an extra pair of socks. Yeah, that's fair. Wear some extra socks, and you can get some. How about Brogan and I are looking at? There's like, you got a stack about like 20, and we're sitting there. There's those rubber sole shoes. We're like, dude, never seen these J's before. What the f- is this? And Max gets home. He's like, those are my turf cleats, guys. We're like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That explains the fucking gel bottom.
We're like, what is this?
Well, you'd be on the dance floor, sharp cutting, and
dude,
you get
traction on the insteps.
Maybe we can get a picture put on here for the episode. But Max, you want to speak to my cleat, my cause this week? What you rocked out there this week?
Hell yeah. I'll make it short and sweet, but yeah, you already know what time it is. Stand Up for Pitts Foundation. Big shout out to them. Obviously the Maxx Crosby Foundation, we are a big supporter of them. And they do an incredible job. I've been representing them for 6 years now. So you guys already know, got 3 pit bulls. They're my other children. Big shout out to Dirk, Leo, and Brooklyn. Love you guys.
Love them.
But yeah, they do an incredible job. They find fosters for dogs, rescue a ton of dogs, and get them forever home. So you already know what time it is with my dogs. They're like family to me. So yeah, we've done a ton of work with them. We're going to continue doing that. So had to rock. It was my first time actually rocking the My Cause cleats in a game. I usually just wear, I'll wear them in practice and I'll, post them and things like that, but I'll just wear my all whites, the cocaine whites on game day. But I rocked the purple cleats. I had my dogs on. I had Dirk and Leo and Brooklyn with me, so I had to be on my dog shit. So
I kind of like the purple. I kind of like the purple look.
They were saucy.
What?
They
They
were
were
saucy.
saucy, bro. I'm telling you. And they really bro, they did a hell of a job. Shout out to Amazon as well. They helped me do the design, and we did like the AI generated design. And I was like, I'm a big Future guy. Everyone knows this. But I'm like, I want that Future Purple Rain.
Ooh.
I want that shit to look clean. So I put it all together, put pit bulls, boom, 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 type that shit in there, and it built a masterpiece. So those cleats they're fire, to say the least.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, and then also shout out, Rach has her custom shirt. I don't have it. We got a couple here ordered, but it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah, influencer Rach is something I didn't have on my bingo card, but I see her posting videos. She created her own T-shirt. She asked me a million times, "Do you like this?" What I'm like, "Yeah, you killed that shit." It's like, I want the skyline, I want this, and she put it together well. So yeah, onto the plane, I wore my shirt in support of Rach. It was 20 degrees in KC, so I didn't wear the T-shirt, and I had to rock my more cozy fit, but. Yeah, she did a hell of a job, and I know influencer Rach is it's a new movement. So big shout out to Amazon again.
Shout out to Amazon. Influencer Rach.
It was funny seeing something on the game, and then I saw somebody in the shirt. And I'm like, no way, what a sim this is. Mm-hmm. That's awesome though. Shout out Rach.
I love it.
Great work on that. All right, last but not least, we're gonna wrap this thing up. We're gonna get into our Rushman seg.
Let's do it. Big shout out to all the rushmen around the league. Every single week, we have 3 incredible rushers that fill up the stat sheet, get after it. And you guys already know it's my favorite segment. It's very well known and documented. So we're going to start at number 3, a guy from the 2019 class. We came out together. He's a TCU guy. He's a first rounder, I believe, got drafted 27th, I want to say, maybe 27, 28, something like that. But he's a first round pick. He's been a couple different places, but he's found his footing in Arizona, and he had a 2-piece chicken nugget on Sunday. So big shout out to LJ Collier. Great dude. I know he's a great teammate, and keep rushing, my brother. You're our number 3 rushman of the week.
Let's go, LJ.
Big LJ coming through. 2-piece. Speaking of 2-piece, our number 2 rushman of the week is our guy, big fella. I know Darian will appreciate this.
Let the big dogs eat.
Let the big dogs eat. Let me tell you, this is a big boy. He's played nose. He's been a really consistent.
What was that for?
Well, I just felt like I had to put in there. Yeah, it just felt right.
Okay. Well, anyway, he ruined it. So, okay. We're just going to keep going. Anyway, this dude been a solid-ass player for a long time. He can stop the run just as well as he can rush the passer. He's a big boy. He's fucking, I don't know how much he weighs or how big he is, but he's a dominant force in the middle. Great signing, underrated signing by the Detroit Lions. 4 tackles, 2 sacks. Big fella, DJ Reader. Big shout out to you, brother. You're our number 2 rushman of the week.
Big shout out.
Big fella.
Put on for the big boys.
Doing it for the big boys. You already know what time it is. And at number 1, TJ Watt. 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, forced fumble, played Cincy on the road. Huge game for them. Mm-hmm. Big rivalry, as always. Those teams know each other very well, have a very, obviously have an incredible history. I just think about when I was a kid watching the Antonio Brown, Le'Veon, Big Ben versus Vontez, Pac-Man. Those matchups were like legendary. So, yeah, 44-38. Crazy ass game. Mm-hmm. I can't believe the way Joe Burrow's playing and what the record is unbelievable. But Russell Wilson came through. Mm-hmm. But TJ Watt, we're gonna stick with the rushers. We don't need to talk about them. We're gonna stick with the rushers. TJ Watt, 2-piece again, brother. Big shout out to TJ Watt, one of the best in the game, and he showed up. And obviously that forced fumble was huge, turning point in the game. So big shout out to TJ. You're our number 1 rushman of the week, brother.
Wow. Hey, each guy has only 2 letters for a first name for the 3 rushmen. LJ, DJ, TJ.
Wow.
Kind of
nice,
cool.
12.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
There you go.
That's the Rush podcast first.
So I've been searching forever for a protein shake with clean ingredients that actually taste good. I got introduced to Slate protein drinks by my brother, Dana White, and I was hooked immediately. Slate is hands down the best protein shake on the market. It tastes incredible. All of the flavors are incredible, but I can't stop drinking the French vanilla, which legit tastes like melted ice cream. What I eat can have huge effects on my performance, so I'm always paying attention to what I'm putting in my body. Each can of Slate has 20 grams of protein, 100 calories, and only 1 gram of sugar. I drink 2 of them actually after every workout, and I drink 2 every single morning. And that is not a lie. I know I'm an investor and I know I'm part of the team, but I'm telling you the truth because Slate is a part of my everyday routine. Plus, it's made with no artificial ingredients. That means no artificial sweeteners or flavors. I drink Slate every single day, and now my teammates are drinking it as well. If you're looking for a pick-me-up, Slate has a line of high-protein iced coffees that have 20 grams of protein plus as much caffeine as 2 cups of coffee. I mean, it's a double whammy. Unbelievable. Start your day the right way. Sometimes, instead of the coffee, I'll grab the mocha latte to get extra protein in the morning. You can find Slate everywhere at retailers nationwide, including Walmart, Target, Kroger, Safeway, and Albertsons. Looking to get Slate delivered directly to your door? Get 15% off your order on slatemilk.com with code RUSHPOD. That's RUSHPOD. Go get that right now. Slate Milk, best protein shakes in the game.
That being said, thank you for that great stat there, 12. Go ahead and bring us home, Wap.
We're going to bring him home. Let me tell you, Darian, it's been an incredible week. Hope everybody watching had an incredible Thanksgiving. We just want to say we love you guys. You guys keep tuning in. I know we're 2-10. There's no words I can say to describe how this season has gone, but I will say this. You guys show up, you show out, and my boys right here, they're going to keep showing up and showing out, and I promise you I'm going to keep showing up and showing out on and off the field. So I just want to say we love you guys. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep tuning in. It's a whole vibe over here. This is the damn Rush. We are the best podcast on the planet. So keep tuning in. Period. I'm going to just say it. So I'm going to just say it. Keep tuning in. We love you guys. You guys, since day one have listened, have tuned in. Your subscribers were going up. Everything is going in the right direction. And we believe in that slow grind. We're going to build this the right way. We're not here to just, we're going to hit you with some, clickbait shit. We're here to give you the real. So we love you guys. Keep locking in. Keep tuning in. We got 5 more opportunities this season to go out there and dominate. And it starts today. Stay present. Keep dominating. Focus on the present. It'll take care of the future. So I love you guys. That is the Rush. These are my boys. Let's get it.
Peace.
Walk up in this bitch like, yeah, I'm really him.